The struggle is real. Mental health issues on a spectrum is deep. And if you make things fashionable and trendy, people will aspire for that trendyism. And they do it. You've got people actually not even having a tattoo. They're graffitiing every space on their body. Graffiti. None of it means anything. None of it means their souls are cleaner. Everything's expression. And for these young girls, it's all a talking point just to have sex. It's just a talking point to have sex. To give the impression how deep you are. But you're 19. Where have you lived? What have you done? You've just come out for the apron strings of your mum. You have nothing. You don't know anything. You've been nowhere. Oh, you've been to what? Disney World with your parents. You had a first trip abroad. And already you get tattooed? Because on one visit, you went to Tibet, or to the Great Chinese Wall, or the war. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. It's cheap. And it shows you the kind of caliber of people that we are. God has given you your skin. Of course, there are people that have rashes and so forth and all kind of things. You know, much of these rashes and so forth is to do with the damn stinking vaccines. Be that as it may. But to be born a male has not, with your chromosomes, 23 chromosomes, 46 chromosomes, 47 if you're Down syndrome, but if you're going to be a male or it's 46 chromosomes. They don't change. It doesn't matter how you feel. Your feelings have nothing to do with anything. What it has a lot to do with, if I were to say to you, as the state does, ooh, the aliens are coming, ooh, we're going to, I can stress you out and break down your individual DNA. It's a bit like how you can scare, the bully scares the kid. I'll get you after school. He's won the battle already. If the kid is half the size and so forth, it's not going to be a David and Goliath. You've terrorized him. He's breaking down. If you do that consistently, you break a man's immune system down. Because perception is quite a lot. That's why a placebo can make you feel good, right? A lot of it is what you say and what you do. And the government knows this. And there are think tanks that run the government to say, put this policy out and sell it this way, right? I'll go into advertising and I'll bring out the books for that and the skills of psychology, although I've never studied psychology, but I've read a bit. And you got to go into people like Pavlov, he dealt with animals. But Trittmeyer dealt with people. Watson dealt with people. Ivy Skinner, people. Behaviorism, it's real. It's real, right? And I can go in deeper, but I've done my essay on that, and I'll discuss that at a later date. So, this transgender woman, what's it say? She's male, classified because they say, oh, you're male, because you claim to be male. Then, she's received fertility treatment for females. Well, hang on a second. You've just stumped your feet to say you're male. How is it that you then receive fertility treatment to receive a baby specific for females? You just said you're not a female. You're bearing the baby. Now, I don't really want to disclose what my dissertation is about, but there seems to be an obvious anomaly, put it politely. I'm not going to say too much more about that because I don't really want to say, I don't really want to tarry too much on this video about that issue. Because as much as I said I'm going to produce these things and I'm going to have this and that, I'm still doing it the same way I've done it so far. This is just going to be a catalogue that when I do go live and I do a broadcast and it's up and running and I've got it all working right, there's a body of work that people can say, well, it wasn't produced, but you said blah, blah, blah. Well, it's here. Or if I've made a claim about something, that it can be referred to. And so I ought to choose my words carefully. But such is life. I am not the best person to be saying it. Anyway, so let me move on. Now, I get a lot of, and I suppose everybody does, they get a lot of WhatsApp videos coming through. I don't do tweets and stuff like that. I've got too much to say for a tweet, for it to be misconstrued and so forth. And that's a trap. That's a trick and a trap. That's just for the media types to hang themselves. But there's two issues I want to discuss before I close out. One is to do with Umar, Jonson, the other one's to do with T.I. And as I think about it, it seems to me I don't really like doing clickbait, but if I mention Umar Jonson, which is really what I wanted to talk about in the first place, but I had to round up on certain other things, so I will use Umar Jonson's name. T.I. I'm not really bothered. So let me deal with T.I. first. Now, I'm pretty much sick and tired of the knee-jerkinitis. I believe I invented the term knee-jerkinitis some, how many years ago was it? 10, 11 years ago? Maybe 12 years ago, maybe 13 years ago. Could even be more than that, 14, 15 years ago. It won't be the first time I've ever been this thing, and you know, it catches on. It doesn't matter, it's just words, right? Apparently there's a problem with Gucci. They've got I don't know, there's this kind of thing that African Americans and blackface, what they call blackface is it's the whole minstrel thing, and they're supposed to be outraged, and fashion industries are taking a pop at black people, for argument's sake. You know, black, red lips, blah, blah, blah. And I've got to shake my head. If that is racist society doing what they're doing, if you're a person who they call black, like brown, chocolate brown like me, look in the mirror. Does it look like you? No, serious. Does it look like you? The fact that in the 60s that you took on the mantle, the Americans took the mantle of black and sold it well. Are you black? That's black. Black. I'm not black. You may not like that, but there's a difference. Brown. Chocolate brown, and the racists could say shit brown. Fair enough. Brown is brown. I don't really want to get into the argument of that, per se. But if somebody was to, I don't know, draw a vagina then, bleeding vagina, and say that's you. And every time they draw a vagina, in their mind they're saying that's you. Why would you be upset? And what does it tell you about the person who's doing it? And would you buy that person's goods? And why would you need to boycott anything when most people don't, of your ilk, can't afford their stuff anyway? Well, T.I., he's a kind of funny character. Mind you, I went on World Star Hip Hop and he's got a tune, he's got a diss track for Floyd Mayweather. Allegedly, it looks to me, somebody said that Floyd had sex with his wife or with the girl that he's married to, whatever. And T.I. allegedly has been unfaithful himself. And if you're not there with your girl, you know, Floyd is one of those guys who's the man who's got it all. He has to be very careful that they don't bring him down. He's very rich, the richest sportsman I know, a great sportsman. I respect the guy. Oh, it says undefeated. I think this is more of Floyd Mayweather's merchandise. I back him all the way. Do you know what I mean? I don't like some of the things he says, but he's growing and he's growing a bit. And he's African American, and so they're not as sophisticated as we English. But we cool. I got a lot of love for Floyd. I got nothing against him. But, you know, I think I can coach him and show him certain things, and he can show me lots of things. I mean, what it's like to sit in a Bugatti. You know what I mean? So it's not disrespect. I'm talking about on a philosophical level that he's not had visited upon his conscience. Okay? But I'm not knocking him. He's a son of God, as we are all sons of God. And I'm not disrespecting him. My boy, I can't say, you know, if I say, he's my boy, he's a millionaire. He'll call me, you know what I mean? It's the way life goes. You know, if you're an academic, you're nothing, some dirt brain, not that Floyd's a dirt brain, can, with a bag of money, say, who you think you're talking to? I can enslave you. And it's possible that, you know, change your life. So I like Floyd, and T.I. has an issue with Floyd. I think they nearly came to blows at one stage. So he's got his diss track. And actually, I like the music. I looked at the World Star and they were slagging him off. But I like the music. I also like the topic, the theme that he was talking about. And they're saying it's Floyd Mayweather diss. But it's not Floyd Mayweather diss. It's a diss on anybody that's got loads of money. Yeah, you could say it's towards Floyd. But who knows where Floyd is putting his money? If I'm a multi-millionaire, I ain't got to tell you what I do. And I certainly wouldn't. But I do my charities. It's incumbent upon me, if I believe in the Creator, I'll be doing my things in secret. Because if I tell anybody what I've done, the powers that be, the evil powers that be, are going to try to... You can't say what you're doing. Don't say what you're doing. Just do it. For me, I ain't going to say nothing about that anyway. So he's got his diss track out, and but this guy here, you can find him dripping in Gucci, got a Gucci belt on, and like I said in the last video, are you going to speak to Gucci Mane? If it wasn't in the last video, it was on a Facebook site. What are you going to say to Gucci Mane? He calls himself Gucci Mane. Ban, let's ban Gucci. Let's not, boycott Gucci. No, stop buying brands. And I was watching Tommy Sotomayor, and he says, T.I.'s got his own clothing line. I said, no. He said, yeah. So I looked it up. He got a little something going on there. Why don't you wear your own clothes? Why ain't your own clothes doing stuff? Why ain't you over here doing and opening a store, doing something, making connections? You fronting, bruv. You fronting. You fronting. You're not a businessman at all. You're fronting. You don't know nothing about accounts. You don't know nothing about your taxes, no doubt. You don't know nothing about nothing. You're running your mouth trying to act like a social justice warrior. And it's disgraceful and disgusting. Get over it, bro. If you loved your woman enough, stay with your woman and have your plan, but you are out. And if Floyd did get your gal, it's because you were out. When you're out, someone come in. You can't touch Floyd for that. And don't get vexed about what he do. You weren't there for your girl, man. Water your garden. It's your garden. But you weren't. You're watering somebody else's. And you didn't marry, you didn't divorce and marry it. So what was it about then? You're an idiot. You're an idiot, bruv. You're an idiot. And he's a good looking boy. Can get any girl he want and all them thing there. But the more I hear him talk outside of rapping, I'm like, shut the hell up. Shut up. Jeez. Gangster selling drugs and talking about, what made you your money? Do you understand? And then you're a social justice warrior now. Blakey, get out. And then you're dissing Kanye West. Get the hell out of here. So that leaves me to wrap up with Umar Jonson. I got a WhatsApp from Big Bro. Big up Big Bro. Big up Big Bro. Give me a WhatsApp. And Umar Jonson is talking about, oh, finally found a school and Ray. Told you I'm not black. And Ray. And we want to teach this. It's the Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass Academy. And he's going into it, and he's going into it, and he's going into it. And I'm like, I've got to stop. You can't finesse me. So I wrote this to Big Bro. Haven't watched it all, but so far, a lot of waffle. Where is it? How big is it? What facilities will it start off with? What age groups are beginning with? Sorry about that, the way I wrote it. Will it be a private fee-paying school? Will you be hiring black-only teachers? And are there enough to begin your project? When do you project the doors will be open? Will it encompass the national curriculum? How many pupils will you initially start with? And how much will be yada, 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 yada. These are the real questions. Don't be walking around there, walking through the fucking corridors. Oh, we've got this school, and I plan to do this. We're going to teach that. We're going to teach about this, and we're going to teach about that. That's waffle. That's not really substantive at all. I don't expect you to tell us everything. I don't expect you to tell us everything. But apparently people put money into this. So tell us what they did. We got a school. From the donations we got was X amount. The school cost X amount. We got a little bit left to do this for the grounds. We're going to need this. We're going to need that. We got X amount, room space, classes, da. That's what I wanted to hear. Now, if on the end of this video you said it, I'll take it all back. But you waffled and waffled and waffled and waffled and waffled. I'm not playing with you, bruv. I'm here to clean house. Look at my clean house video. I'll do a better clean house video. Or maybe name some names and kill. Not kill. Let's use better language than that, because it can be misinterpreted. I'll go in. Don't play with me. Don't play with the public. And even if you were to bring up create Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey. You know, these are headlining, catching names. You know, there are a lot of people that are going about not Marcus Garvey and how great he was, but he didn't put one Africa on the continent of Africa. But there were some black people that did. They didn't fail in their mission. And I don't think African Americans really are honest with, well, we certainly know that the whites aren't. And we know that the North has never been. And Lincoln, oh, jeez. But it's difficult to kind of like get it through to some people's heads. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, not all white people are racist. They are my brothers and sisters like they are yours. If you think I'm a sellout, don't mention Uncle Tom until you've looked at my video. Please read the book. Get an education before you come at me. Do yourself a favour. Because I'm not lowering myself to your silliness. Because if what you know and the kind of dialogue that you use to me, I come from there, so I can slag you off just as good. I make you look stupid and just as vile. The difference is, you don't know what humanity is and human beings are. You would want to kill and fight and hurt and harm. Whereas I've got a different capacity. I'll just give you the words that you gave. You give it, most can take it, but you can't. That's why you want to kill, hurt, maim. I don't need to. Why? Because it's about doing the work, learning, and you take your licks along the way. Don't go into a learning environment with an ego. Don't. That's my advice to you and anybody else. Don't have your ego. Put it aside. You will be in no time. Okay? So, if I recap on anything that I've got to say, I'm not really happy about this video, but I started talking about Shamima Begum. Shamima Begum is the Muslim girl that went to fight for ISIS, or went to fuck for ISIS. I'm just being straight. She went for penis. She was seduced like any other girl, right? All these baggy pants, saggy pants boys out there, walking with guns in their hip in America, or a knife in their pocket in England, they're getting girls. Girls don't have morality. They're not interested in morality. They're interested in the winner. You will see two ibex bashing each other's brains in with their horns. And all the girls will sit down there and they say, that's going to sire me. And all of them take that one. Screw the loser. You don't get one girl, one ibex girl say, oh, all you lot are the queue. I'll go along with him and nurse his wounds and lick it. No. They're all the winner. And that's the same thing with these baby mothers. There are a few men out there that are breeding up all these girls and all these girls to the same crap. And then when they meet you, they want to, oh, no man gonna do this, when the man did do it. There ain't no man gonna talk to me, when the man did do it. And then they want you to sit down there while they put their children first, their family first, them first, and the phone call from him first, and you must sit down there like a what, simp? Are they good bad? Well, you know what I mean? It is what it is. No, I come first. Oh, I come first. Don't like it? I don't care. I'm not your guy. I then spoke about the transgender. I didn't really speak about it that much because I could have made some more notes about the transgender woman that turned to a man but wanted to have a baby, which is a natural female inclination to have a baby, but she's now a male. So she shouldn't have fertility treatment specific for females, but she got it. That's how weird and how the governments are assholes and causing problems for the future. And that's the whole point. Cause problems for the future and act like we don't know, we don't know what happened. Or we do. Neo-Marxism. I branched onto TI. I'm just disappointed with some of these rappers. They got this disease called knee-jerkinitis, and it's catching. It's bad. It's stupid. Idiotic. What do you expect from people that didn't stay in school to study anything anyway? They don't have critical thinking skills, but they think they actually do. Right? And they make great pronouncements and disrespect and so forth. And I think I finished with Umar Jonson in the school. Well, Umar, this guy, let me just tap in on Umar Jonson. I wouldn't say I love the guy, but this guy, he's such a great speaker, and the knowledge he brought to my table that I then followed up. You see, some people hear it and they're, oh, that sounds good. Oh, no, I followed it up and it was good. And I'm like, wow, this is the man, champion Damania. And then he does all the kind of stuff that African Americans do. And then I'm like, whoa, you're a hustler? And then it looks like a hustler. And then he's into Kwanzaa. Then he comes to England and he's with Galaxy Radio. And I'm like, batteries run out, you know what I mean? All going, you know what I mean? The batteries run out. You're like, oh, what go on here? So you gave us the truth, only to start lying. And now all of a sudden, the heat is on, I found this school. Where is it, Umar? How big is it, Umar? How much of the budget did you spend for it, Umar? What much of the budget have you got left, Umar? Is there any reverberations you got to do, Umar? How many teachers do you expect? How many people? The real nits and grits. If you want to tell us something, give us that framework. Don't tell us, oh, we want the sun to be shining in the door, that it's going to be paved with gold. Oh, yeah, they're going to be coming out shining, these students. No, there's nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts. Grit, dirt. What are you doing? What are you going to be doing in between? Are you teaching in between? Are you doing your raising of money? Are you campaigning? What senators and representatives are you? What area is it? Who's your representative? Who are you speaking to about what you've done and what you propose to do? Oh, you want to be independent? Fine. I'm not arguing that. I don't want nothing to do with representatives and so forth. But give us a breakdown. Don't give us a glowing what you want to do. There's a national curriculum. They need to know, right? What age group? Right? It's not hard. Well, it might be for some. Okay. So with that, I'm a bit peeved because my clip-on, I can't find it. Looks like I'm going to have to buy a new one of these. If only you knew. But anyway, I'm not going to complain. This has either been a reasonable broadcast, or it hasn't. And if it hasn't, it's one of those things, it won't be posted. And I am doing it at this moment in time. Some will say, oh, you got nobody listening to you. You got no subscribers. I'm not exactly looking for subscribers at the moment. Because when I eventually do go live, this will be here and you can have a look and see how bad it was and how consistent I was at the time. You know what I mean? So I won't worry about it at this moment. It's a tough time. I am currently in a mind frame where I've been doing a lot of reading about what I am hopefully going to get. Oh, forget that. Whatever, right? So with that, I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to switch the mic off like, yo.